So, um, in our last session, I noticed that you said you didn't know how to read the charts. Um,
Yes.
that's
I'm
really
going to learn.
that's really
I'm
some.
going to learn. Sorry. I'm going to learn and then ask you questions. Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's something you really want to do, so you learn the trend of whatever stock you're following.
Right. So, say for instance, 1 day chart, like 5 minutes, I've gone that far. I know how to, kind of pull it up, but I don't know how to really read what it's saying. So the candles, the way they're going up and down, uh, I pretty much have an idea over on that too. But what
Okay.
I don't understand is how to analyze it. So that's where I'm lacking, and then make a decision on that.
But, do have think or swim, right?
And I have a bunch of questions on the how the weekend, the how the price kind of goes down. How what you say decay? Yeah, price decay or time decay goes down. So does the weekend include in it? And when I placed it, it already had gone down some. So you have AMD, right? So
Yeah, I'm pulling up AMD. So
okay,
in TOS, you can set your time frames. So right
right,
now I've got it set on a 1 year
okay, 1 year,
daily chart. So
mm,
this represents a year,
right,
and each of these little marks represents 1 day.
month, 1 day, 1 day.
So I'm going to change it and go. Um, let's see. Let's go a 1 day, 3 minute chart. So this is what
Mm,
it did yesterday, and
yes.
each of these ticks represent 3 minutes.
Okay.
So I'm going to zoom in just on a portion of this so
Mm-hmm.
you can look at it. So at this point in time, a red bar means it closed that time frame lower than it started it. So it started this 3 minute tick at 54.62.
Right.
It bounced around and it got down to, let's see, 54.25.
Right.
And then the next 3 minute tick, it opened up at 54.39.
Right.
It bounced around. It got as low as 54.08, but it closed at this bottom line right here
Mm,
on that 3 minute tick.
right.
Then this one, it opened here, as low as here, and it closed here. And that's how you read a candlestick. Now, let's zoom back out.
So each candlestick is telling a story, how high it went, how low it went, and then how.
Exactly. Exactly. So what you can tell, I've got some, these red and blue are um, moving averages, and you can tell the
Mm-hmm.
slope is generally down for the day.
Right.
So
Ah,
it hit a high of 54, or $55 during the day, a low of 53, and this gray indicates we're after hours.
Oh.
So
So
after
do they
hours,
count?
pardon?
Does does after hours count also into it?
Yeah, this is all after hours from here to here. Now you don't generally want to trade after hours
No.
because it's real choppy. Um,
Yeah.
and like I say, to get a more general view of the stock, you can look at a 1 year, 1 day to see where it's going. But it's generally on an uptrend.
Trend, yes. True.
So you can tell that a year ago it was at $30 and today it's at $54. So if you'd
Yes.
have bought this a year ago, you would almost be 100% on your money, not quite.
Right. Right. That's right.
Oh, and wait, you did Bank of America though, right? I don't
I
know.
did Bank of America.
I don't know
Right.
why
For right now.
I don't know why I keep going to AMD for you. I guess because I did that as a trade of the week.
Okay.
But the same thing holds true. Um, this
Now
I
this
would
one is
I would
trending
think
down.
that somewhere right in here is Bank of America's baseline, and it was getting up, and then the pandemic brought it down, and now it's working its way back up. So once you get back up into this range, I would say it's kind of getting at its level. So it's got a little room to run.
Yeah. So the time decay and also the price, I'm curious, on Monday I would really get a clear picture, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, how my price is fluctuating, what's going on with my premium, that I got,
Uh-huh.
because I was looking at it, and later on in the afternoon, see, I put the trade, I think, in the morning sometimes, and by afternoon the premium had gone up, but then it went down, so it fluctuates according to the way the stock is going, right?
Um, yeah, there's a whole lot of factors.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
it, it's it's hard to pinpoint it exactly. That's why you have to not worry about it minute by minute. You just have to let it run, a day or so, or a couple of
Okay.
days.
Okay.
Um, are you familiar with the decay charts?
No,
Let
no,
me
I'm
see
not.
if I can find one up here for you.
Yeah, would you please? Because now that I've gotten into it, now it will make more sense. Previously, I've seen all this, but it didn't make any sense because I was, you have to have a trade there to to know what's going on. So yes, now I will study it, and when next we meet, then I will be more, kind of prepared for you to teach. You are the teacher here.
Are you seeing my screen here? You're
Yeah,
probably
totally.
you're
Yeah, I
see
can see.
what are
I
you
can see
seeing?
it. I'm seeing right now Bank of America,
Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, I need to switch because I
1 year,
want
1 day.
to stop that share. I want to share this one. Oh,
Okay, yes. I've seen that, but I have no way to analyze it. So if you give me a 5 minute kind of like a quick this thing rundown on it, I would know what's going on here. Whoa, time decay.
okay. This is how you make your money in options. It's theta or time decay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're holding an option at 120 days, it's going to decay very slowly. So if you're buying premium, you want to buy long-term options. If you're selling premium, you want to sell short-term options. So that you can see from 120 days to 90 days, there's very little decay. From 90 days
Right.
to 60 days, there's a little bit more decay. From 60 to 30, it speeds up. And then from 30 to 0, that's where it really falls off. So if you buy an option or sell an option at $3 here, it'll go to 1 0 very quickly. If you sell an
Yeah.
option for $12 here, it may go 12 to 10 to 8 to 3 to 0.
Gotcha.
So, when you're selling them a week at a time, you're working just in this piece right here. That's why a lot of people sell 30-day options, because then you get a bigger price for your premium, and then it's going to deteriorate really fast over the next 30
Right.
days.
Right.
What
Okay.
what we've seen though is that the markets are so choppy now that a lot of us have moved to 7 days because we can't predict 30 days out.
Yes.
But that chart is your friend when you're selling premium. It's the same thing for covered calls. The time decay on those are exactly the same.
Okay. That tells me a whole lot. I mean, I had no clue about how to read this. Now I know.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, and once you see it, it's just a concept. Just anchor it into your mind that the closer you get to expiration, the faster that option's going to decay. So if you're selling it, that's a good thing. If you're buying it,
Right.
that works against you.
Right. So you're selling it. If you're buying it, you want to go as far out as possible. When you're selling it, you want to go as little far out as possible, like 30 days or less. Gotcha.
Well, yeah, generally. There are
Generally, yes, absolutely.
there are other uh, long-term options called leaps that you might want to play for longer periods, but that's a little bit more of an advanced topic.
Yeah.
So,
I'll get there one day. I'll get there. This was just this option that I saw was just a test option, just to see my own skill level and how much I can understand, how much I can, and I can now kind of compare with what you are teaching me. That way, I can say, well, this is my understanding. This is how it. When you're saying what you're saying is this is how it's done. So that helps me a lot. That tells me kind of like where I'm at now, where the options are concerned. So really helpful. I really appreciate it, Randy. Really, really, truly.
not the questions you're asking are questions that everybody have that may be afraid to ask. So this will go a long way in helping a lot of other people.
Yeah, because of my maturity, I'm not afraid. I mean, like, I don't feel conscious enough that should I sound dumb or stupid. I don't care at my age. I have to know the right thing. So yes, yeah,
Yeah, I'm the
absolutely.
same. I'm retired. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I don't have to.
So yeah,
I don't have to please anybody but myself.
exactly. No, I don't give. You don't have to perform for anybody. Don't care. You just say, all these young kids. I just say, honey and sweetheart and all. And it's like I'm free to say it because I'm old enough to be their moms. Most of them are so young. Some of them are even younger than my boys.
Yeah.
So I freely say that, and they're such sweethearts, such sweet boys. So you included. You're a sweet boy too.
Thank you. So, what other questions you got?
So far, Randy, I'm pretty much, I was hoping there'd be other people showing up, so asking questions so I could learn from them, but I think it's too early for Saturday morning for them. I was game. I told my husband, I said, hey, if it's 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, well, 9 is a bit early. I'm going to be there because beggars are not choosers. I mean, here I'm getting free lessons. So whichever time Randy picks, I'm there. So,
Yeah,
yeah, so
I was trying to make it early enough that I could have a free afternoon,
sure. Oh,
have
absolutely,
lunch and go
absolutely.
do something later. So,
Right. And then the Thursday one that you're meeting is 8 o'clock. And, like last Thursday, Rick had a live stream, but it's next Thursday he won't. They usually have it every other, which is besides the point. My point in asking you is, even if it's for advanced people, can I still attend and learn?
sure, anybody can attend. I just if we get into something like how to read a stock chart, I might just ask it to go to not just to move on that topic because
Exactly.
I know we lost at least one person who kind of just jumped in and then jumped right back out because
Yeah.
there are quite a few people that are ready to make their trades and they need to get in and find out and um, that's why I think it'd be good to have this Saturday one is a much slower pace and then have that Thursday one um, for people who are actually making trades and trying to make a decision.
Right. Oh, yes. I will just be quiet. I will just listen because I
No,
don't
no,
have that much knowledge. But whatever, I mean, I will be absorbing knowledge from you guys. Whatever you're saying, it will stick with
right.
me. So I'll just sit there quietly and listen to you. So,
Yeah,
so
but
yes,
and come Thursday, we can look at your trade because you'll be looking at Friday expiration and need to make a decision on what to do, and
absolutely. Yes.
you're
Sure.
perfectly welcome at that point. It's just I don't want to explain the time decay chart or how to read a stock chart or
Right. Right.
we can do
Because
that
they all,
on Saturdays.
right. Because they already know that and it's a repetition. So they'll get bored. So
Yeah,
you are
exactly.
going to Right. So you're going to go on their level and then but I want to be there, not asking questions, just absorbing from the
No,
experts,
that's fine. You're perfectly welcome to be there. I'm not going to restrict it.
Thank you. Thank
I'm just going to restrict kind of the topics.
Yes. Oh, I understand. Right. But I want to learn, I want to be there and just learn, absorb. So I'm like a sponge, just absorbing. So, anyways, so far so good. I think the this is the basic thing that I really need to know, and I did not. And you know what I should know. So you asked me, and I said, no, I don't know how to read this chart here. So you explained it very well, and we will take it from there next time. So Thursday, you all meet at 8 o'clock in the evening. So I'll be there.
Okay, sounds good. I think I'm going to
Yeah.
close it up here since people are probably still asleep,
Yes.
and
All right.
we'll meet again next Thursday.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank
Thank,
you. Appreciate it and have a good weekend.
thanks, you too.